Greetings everyone and welcome back to the Horde. I am Misal Dragon. This isn't going to be the easiest video to make, but I'm super excited to be making this video. And given the title, you guys probably know what it is. Today we'll be talking about how Five Nights at Freddy's is just TF2 fanfiction. This is just a theory, but I do hope my points will be clear by the end of the video. Of course, remember that theories can be very loose with little evidence to back up what is being said. However, for this, I'll certainly give it a try and see how well this video pans out. With all that out of the way, I think it's best if I explain these two games and some of their lore before I actually get to the theory part of it. So let's start with TF2, since it came before FNaF and would actually have the easier lore to explain, believe it or not. We'll start with the birth of three brothers, one a hyper-intelligence and kidnapped by an eagle. Yes! Really? Anyway, his father believed he died, so went about raising his two boys who were absolute idiots. So much so that they got their father to buy worthless land in America. The father was able to do this dude owning a company called Manco. When their father died, he left them the worthless land, which they fought over and hired mercs to fight for them. This war between brothers lasted over 100 years. They had engineers' grandfather make machines to outlive the other. Well, that's not exactly what happened, but it's close enough. Because of this, the TF2 merc are the third generation of mercs working for the brothers. That's a really simplified version of it. If you want more, there are videos you can watch, or you can look up the comics for yourself and read them. So let's move to FNaF.
I'll try to keep this short and simple like I did for TF2, but I don't know if I can make that promise. Two business partners make a pizzeria with animal trackers that double as suits. These two yellow suits known as Fred B and Bonnie respectively. A kid gets his frontal lobe bitten out and some other things happen which caused the location to close. Eventually the two businessmen separated and one of them opened another location known as Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. This is the location from the second game. The one who opened this location was not the purple guy. Some children get murdered in several ways. Souls are stuck in suits and location closes before another opens. This is the location in the first game. More child murder happens, and the purple guy opens up sister location and gets his own daughter murdered. I think his oldest son tries to right the wrongs and gets murdered. This isn't even the whole story of FNaF, just what we need for this video. Which is good because I think I got some things about both games all wrong. I recommend checking into both games' lore if you are at all interested from what you've heard so far. So on to the theory.
There are many characters in both games, so it's no surprise that some characters might just share a name, such as Jeremy, which happens to be the name these two share. Of course, sharing more than a name could stop being a coincidence. After all, once is an event, two is a coincidence, three is a pattern. So let's go to their death. Both of these, as far as I'm aware, die in 1987, perhaps in the same way, maybe in a different way. It's hard to know for sure since we don't get to see the mercs' life after they stop being mercs, but maybe if the last comic comes out, we'll get to see a little bit of that. But that's just two things that these two characters share that doesn't give a lot of evidence that FNaF is just TF2 fanfiction you probably thought. However, you should trust me, there is more. There's also Engineer being part robot due to most believing he has a robot hand, and there are many characters in FNaF that have been put together with a robot. Take your pick, really! Then there's the fact that Medic has been to hell, possibly more than once, and so has the Purple Guy. Purple Guy for sure has been there more than once in return. He will not stay dead despite many people's want for him to. Yet they both came back regardless. Medic actually being interesting in how he comes back, and Purple Guy less so. Monsters are canon to both universes. What I've listed are not all the similarities between these two. However, I don't want to go into it too much. Why not?
Because it's an April Fool's video! Happy April Fools, everybody! Have a great day and a lot of fun!